Morning, my loves. How are we? Let's just check we're all up and running. Oh yes, looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. Oh, hello, I've got a bit of a wonky camera. Is that disturbing you too much? Let me just check that little. Let me just alter that a little bit. Has that made a difference? Let's have a check. Can't be on an angle, can I? It's bad enough as it is. Right, I'm loving the chat. I've got to have to be honest with you. I was a bit late there because I was reading all the chat. Brilliant. And I love James and I love Anton like you do. Brilliant. I love all that. And yes, it goes to also with Pamela Stevenson was great. They did great numbers. All of them. Great numbers. Now, I was also having a little swat up as to what we did this week, being Recap Saturday. I've got a couple of hellos as well. So I was having a little look at what we've been doing, and we do a lot. Man, I had no idea. I just sort of crack on. But when you look back, we do quite a lot, don't we? So first of all, I'd like to say a happy birthday this weekend to both Deb and Debs. Would have been down at the Celtic Manor this weekend, but sadly, it's all been cancelled. Shame. It's good down there. Well, I hope you have a lovely weekend. Happy birthday. And just think when the lockdown's over, we all get to do it again. Another birthday. And I've got one here from the other day, actually, from a young lady called Lotta. She's 10 years old. And I think I might have missed that a couple of days ago. I hope she's still watching. Much love, Lotta. 10 years old. Fabulous. Now, so let's have a go. Like Monday we did the Q&A, which was brilliant, and we talked about things like heel turn. Remember we talked about this? Close your heels and then step forward here. We did one or two other things as well: cross steps in Viennese horse and reverse fleckles and things like that. Now we also did jive. I remember, and we did the change the hand behind the back. What's name for a step ever? And I remember thinking halfway through it, oh, I wonder if I'm doing the girl steps all right. But I checked it, we were all fine. So let's just go over the change your hand behind the back. We went over the American spin bit and all that sort of stuff as well, but we won't do that today. We'll just go over the new bit, which is the change your hand behind the back. So boys first, I'm going to go back on my left foot. So I do a rock back on my left foot, you know, just the back rocking jive, a back rock. And now I do my chasse. I chasse to my left, and I start to turn. So I go chasse to the left, and then I turn and chasse to the right, and then I do a back step. So I'm now facing the position or direction of which I came from. So, girls, you've got a much easier bit on this. For a change, your bit's easier. This is a bit more difficult for the boys today. Now, boys, the reason it's called change your hand behind the back is because what you do is you take the hand of the lady and you change it behind your back. I know. And I've got her right hand in my left hand at the moment. We're in open position. So she's in a natural opposite position to what I'm doing at the moment. Just the boy steps. I go back, replace, and then I'm doing a chasse to left. And as I'm chassing, I take her hand, I put it in my right hand, but her left hand. Sorry, her right hand. Don't change her hand. Just change your hand. Here. And then I chasse, I put it behind my back, because I'm changing the hand behind the back. I know. And then I do the back step. And now I've got it in the other hand. Now I'll go back the other way and start again. Chasse to the left, chasse to the right, and back step. Now ladies, what you do is you continue to do your step facing the boy. So you go back, replace on your right foot, back, replace, and then I chasse forward with my right foot, with my right hand out. The boy is turning in front of me, so he's going to back me for a second, and then I chasse to the left while he changes my hand, and then go back into the back rock. And I go back the other way. Chasse here, chasse there, back rock. Alright, so the step for the lady is quite easy. For the boy, we go back, rock, we go chasse, and we go back, rock. How's that? Nice little step, that. Now, on the end of that step, rather than doing both ways, you can do one way, then you can do an underarm turn. So you go a back, rock, chasse here, chasse there, back, rock, and as I lift my arm up, and now I chasse towards the lady, chasse here, chasse there, so I just do a chasse, normal basic chasse, but I lift my arm up, and as I do that, that encourages the lady, because it's nice to encourage the lady, and the lady does back, rock, she now chasses to her right, and then she chasses back to her left. So she's doing a turn under the arm to come back to face you. Nice. So you do this one here. You go back, rock, you go chasse, behind, and back, rock. This is the boy. And I lift my arm up, and chasse, and back, rock. So the basic pattern underneath, below the waterline, remains exactly the same as what we learnt at the beginning. Chasse one way, chasse the other way, and back, rock. Chasse one way, chasse the other way, and then see the hips starting to go. Chasse one way, chasse the other way, and back, rock. For the ladies, the natural opposite. We go back, rock, we go chasse there, we chasse there, and back, rock. Now all we're doing really is just turning the chasse and doing a little change of arm positions and maybe doing a spin in between. But essentially down below, it remains the same, and it's terrific. When it all remains constant down below, yes, we like that. All right, one more time, here we go. Back, rock, chasse, change your hand behind the back, back, rock. I lift the arm up and the lady chasses in. A yumpy dumpy, back, rock. And that is the actual timing. Yumpy dumpy, back, rock. Ladies, you go a back, rock, chasse there, chasse there. So change your hand behind the back. He now lifts his arm up. You go chasse there, and back, rock. Turning to your right. Back, rock, I turn towards my right shoulder, and then chasse towards my left shoulder. All right, jive. Crack that. That didn't take long, did it? Now we also did a bit of tango, and we did the rock turn. Remember that? Now this is the basic rock turn. We go forward, forward, rock, 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 back, side. Together. For the ladies, you go back, back, rock, 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 forward, side, together. Basic rock step. Marvellous. Now we're going to do it with the turn. So we're going to start to turn it. You can walk straight into it and just make more turn, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do the one where I step across her path, which she gets between my feet. The advanced one. So we're going to start in promenade position. I'm going to start with the ladies' steps. So in promenade position. All right? So we're both facing the same way. And I'm going to start with my right foot and the boy will start with his left foot. So as the lady, I go forward on the right, forward on the left. At this point here, the boy now steps across my path. Not only with his step, but his whole body. Everything goes across my path. I step forward with my right foot between his feet. He's now here. He was here. He's now here. So I'm looking over his shoulder. We've now got closed position. I now step to the side with my left foot here. He steps now forward on his right foot between my feet, and then we just rock, 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 forward, side, together. Remember that? One more time for the ladies. Brush my hair with the helmet. 1, 2, I step forward between his feet. I step to the side. We do rock, 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 step, side, together. Oh, hello. One more time for the boys. And step, step. I step across her path like this. I now step forward between her feet. And now we rock, 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 back, side, together. Now, when I'm stepping across the lady's path, at some stage in the future, when we're out of lockdown, I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'll invite a couple of fabulous lady dancers in, and we'll demonstrate these things as a couple. And it'll become much clearer. But at the moment, when I'm the theory of man stepping across the path of the lady, or leader stepping across the path of the follower, is that when, for example, here, no, not for example, I'm actually going to do it. Not an example. This is actually it. I'm going to go forward, forward. I'm going to step forward here with my right foot as the lady, in promenade position. Now the boys, you go from forward, forward, and as I step across the lady, I have to go from promenade position back into closed position. So if I close my feet, we'd just be in normal closed position, as we would do when we began. Normal position, that's all. So what I'm doing is I'm going from promenade, step, step, and I'm stepping across and we go into closed position. The lady is now looking over here and we're just as though we're beginning. And then I step forward towards her, between her feet, she steps to the side, and we do rock, 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 back, side, together. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. With all these things, as we're dashing through it for Recap Saturday, if there's any questions, just fire them in. And we'll have, actually, let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look at any questions. And then we'll go over the questions very quickly. Anna, something about depending on whether you get over to the UK. All right, I'm halfway through that. Just morning to everybody, by the way. Jan, Elizabeth, Rebecca, Tom. We've got a Tom. How you doing, Tom? Lara, all the way from Cologne. Brilliant. I'm loving all of this. Lauren, doing this with wet hair. Didn't realise the time. Well, you see, you've got to set your alarm clock. Set your alarm clock. Very, very important. I'm buffering here. Let me know if you're buffering your end. I hope not. I hope it's just me. And my give her a shove, says Gillian. Well, do you know, it is a form of leading, I suppose. As long as you do it sort of beautifully and you don't you've got to just sort of lead around. And this is a very important part. I know we joke about it, but very important part of leading a lady to, who's in front of you, or your partner who's in front of you, is that you have to use your arms. I know we talk about we don't want to put them around, but you have to use everything together in conjunction with your body transferring from weight foot to foot. This is a Shirley Ballas thing. She loves the transference of weight from foot to foot. And this is what it means. It means going from that foot to that foot. But you see how I'm doing it completely, everything. This is in ballroom and Latin. I'm moving everything. So if I'm doing a walk in Latin, I walk onto the foot, I come off the foot. I walk onto the foot, I come off the foot. We are doing a check forward walk, so it's maybe not a complete completion of weight, but we go from one foot to the other. What we don't do is sort of do this, where we just sort of tap the foot. This is no good at all. This is in actual fact a disaster, as our friend would say. Disaster. This. You have to step onto it and step off it. The jive. Step onto it, step off it. Although it's a rock, 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 it's still 2 steps. 1, 2. Tango the same. We walk, we walk. And because you're doing that and your body is moving from foot to foot, you also have hold of a lady or your partner and you use the arms to lead her, signal to her that you're going to do a particular sort of step. There are 2 ways of leading a partner, leading a lady. You can do it one way, you can do it through the movement of the body and the connection of the arms to your centre and the shifting of weight from foot to footer. Or the other option, of course, is you can just tell her. Which is not very easy, because by the time you've given her the message, she'll be on the other foot. And I've tried that, it's a disaster. The amount of times I've said left foot, and she goes, which one? I go, oh dear, dear. So there's your pivot turn. So we go step, step, I'm across the girl's path. I step between her feet, and I rock out. Rock, 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 back, side, together. This is a terrific step, because it's your beginnings, as we said the other day, to your pivoting action, which we love. So we go step, for the lady, step, step forward, step across the path, and rock, 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 step, side, together. All right? Tango. Crack that. You guys are amazing. Now, let's have a look here. I was speaking to Oti Mabusi last night, the gorgeous Oti Mabusi. And she's loving these. She's tuning into these classes and thinks they're fantastic. So we're going to send her a big, big kiss from all of us. And also, I'd sent the lovely Emma a text yesterday who tunes in as well. And she's absolutely beautiful because we did American Smooth. And it reminded me of her. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over that American Smooth we did yesterday. And we can do this side by side. This is actually a side by side variation. So we're going to start with our right foot. We're going to do a simple couple of step, tap, step, tap. That's all we're going to do. Start with that stuff to begin with. 1 and 2. And now we're going to step across. We go step, and then we swish. I'm going to come back a little bit. The leg rondes across and steps through. And as we do that with the arm as well, up the other way, and one back the other way here. And as we step onto this foot, we're now going to turn. Do you remember this? If you didn't join us, if this is the first time you've joined us, or this is rapid, this is today then, you might have to go back and have a little look at what we've done. But we're now going to do our turn, but we're going to do a backward turn. So we're going to turn this way and there. I know. When you come out of these things here, you feel like you just want to continue moving across and do a turn forward, what I would call a forward turn, which normally we would do, but because Emma and I were feeling this way a particular day, we decided to do a backward turn just to jazz it up a bit. I know, I can't help it, it's just where we are. Step, tap, 1, 2, swish, 1, 2, swish, or 1, 2, swish, step, turn backwards, and a turn, stand. Nice, I love it. Swish, you feel that? Swish. This would be a lovely thing. Old Bruno would love it. I can feel a Bruno moment coming on where you're sweeping the arms, darling. Sweep with the arms with the passion. Oh my God. So here we go. Ready? And 1, tap, 2, tap, step, and swish of the arm, darling. 1 and swish. Sounds a bit Russian then. Swish and there. Turn backwards and turn, side. Nice. Well done. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love that. Now, Rebecca ran a quiz. I'm reading these out loud, but you're already reading them because it's a live chat. It's just a brilliant thing. Well done, Rebecca. Now, just having a little thing through. The one move I got easily. Anna, well, you're a natural talent, you see, Anna. What can I tell you? Gillian, I'm loving this and I'm loving you. Lauren, yes, I know the accent. Now we did the reverse fleckle. So that's the American swim we did yesterday. So that's that. We did the reverse fleckle. Now, I feel like we just did it the other day. We might have done it last week, but I'm just going to go over it very briefly because it's exactly the same as the natural fleckle. So we're just going to recap that very briefly. So the natural fleckle goes, boy steps first, I go. Remember my old teacher's little sort of mantra? You cross the right foot in front, you go in front, side, in front, to the side, behind, to the side. That's it, we repeat that. In front, side, behind, to the side. The ladies, you do this. You go to the side, behind, to the side, and then you go in front, side, in front. So it's the same 6 steps, but the boys go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the girls go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. It's the same 6 steps, all right? So the boys, one more time, in front, side, behind, unwind or to the side, and the ladies go to the side, behind, to the side, in front, side, in front. Now when we do the reverse fleckle, it's exactly the same thing, we just go the other way. So rather than start with my right foot, I'm going to start with my left foot as a boy and vice versa for a lady. So I go and in front, side, behind, to the side, and now ladies go side, behind, to the side, in front, side, in front. How about that? All right, that's the reverse fleckle. One thing we did to connect one to the other was the contra check, or the check step. It's a 1, 2, 3 variation. So it goes on my left foot, and what I do is I do reverse fleckle. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've got my left foot available, and the lady will have her right foot available, and I check forward with my left foot, step onto it, I replace the weight onto my right foot, and I step slightly to the side, slight step to the side with my left foot, 1, 2, 3, and now I start into the natural fleckle with my right foot, step, side, in front. All right, one more time. So I've done the reverse fleckle. I go check, replace to the side, and as I do that, you see I turn as well. So imagine the lady is this area here, stood in front of me, and I go check, replace, and I step to the side. And that enables the lady to step forward with her right foot, slightly between my feet, but that forward crossing action. And then I go, she steps to the side with her left foot, I step in front, side, in front, into the natural fleckle. And the lady does the natural opposite. She goes back, replace, and then she steps forward with her right foot, just like that, a little cross. See that? In front, the in front bit. So she goes back, replace, in front. All right? And then she's into the reverse. Step forward, behind, yeah. Natural fleckle. So I'll do it one more time because that was rubbish. And she goes back, replace, in front, side. And she goes behind, side, in front, side, in front. And now she's got her left foot available to exit into natural turns or continue into natural fleckles, whatever you decide you'd like to do together. So there you go, you've got natural fleckle, or you've got, normally we would start reverse fleckle, conch check, natural fleckle, go the other way, exit with natural turns. So you go into it with the reverse turn, with the one with the cross. We do the reverse fleckle, straight into reverse fleckle, do a conch check, and then I'll come out the other way. 2, 3, 4, I've got my right foot available, and then I go off. And that's how it looks when you speed it up, and I did 2 lots of it. It goes sort of quite quickly. But the pattern was exactly what we've just done. So, but I do quite a lot of spin, so everything really, I feel, to be honest with you, that I work from the top, so I get as much speed as I can muster through my arms and elbows, running, so I feel like the whole thing comes a bit centrifugal and the opposite force that comes in to my body. So I feel like I'm pulling in and I'm sort of corkscrewing into the ground. And then centripetal, thank you. And then I go this way, and the more speed I get through here, my feet just respond to that because they just sort of twist underneath, doing the correct pattern. And I get that lovely speed that we get in the fleckle, which makes it really exciting. So give that a go, but build it up slowly. Get the step pattern right. It's going to be a bit big at the moment. It'll be a bit all large, and the more you do it, the tighter it becomes, the better it becomes, and then you can start to add a bit of speed, and then you can do one into the other and have some fun with it. Well done with that. That's amazing. How are we doing over here? Oh, we're cracking on. I love it. So there you go. There's our Saturday recap. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. We've done the jive, that change your hand behind the back, and then we did a underarm turn. We've done the American smooth with the with the Brunatone on the arm. Oh, I can't believe it's actually become a thing. The tango with the pivot, the precursor to the pivots. Oh, I love that. And then we start to rev up the pivots. Amazing. And then we've done a bit of Viennese waltz as well. So the reverse fleckle and a natural fleckle. Thank you very much indeed. Monday, we're going to do the Q&A again. I enjoyed it enormously. So anything you want to ask, any questions you want to fire them in. And we'll go over all the questions on Monday, the same as we did this week, which I thought was terrific. So thank you for that. And have a great day off tomorrow. Have a lie down, in the sun preferably. And much love. Thank you very much. And if you can join me at 3 o'clock today, I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Thank you very much. Well done. You're all amazing.